everybody. I don't know who's here. I'm saying everybody, but I don't know. Let me look and see who's here. It's Sunday, August 8th, 2021. My name is Jenna Mammina. This is 11:11 with Jenna. I am here every day at 11:11 a.m. and 11:11 p.m., 7 days, 7 nights, 14 times a week. And it is Sunday. And this morning, I loved hanging out with Alex. I loved this whole weekend. It was just so good. And I did some fun stuff. I went to Chalk the Block and I went to a concert. Julie Luz! How are you, lady? I've missed you. Hey, are you gonna read some poetry tonight from Dinky Creek? I think that's a fabulous idea if you are. But Patty, William, Julie. Actually, I didn't post the photo, but William and I hung out today. William showed up at the gig. And I'm sorry I didn't put the gig online. It was just too hot and put everything together and do everything. Hi, Mama Grace. Oh, there are 5 of you here. Patty, William, Julie, Mama Grace, Carl. 5. Wow. For Poetry Glam. I'm digging on it. I'm digging it. So yeah, I just wasn't in the, it was just too hot to think about this camera and this thing and that thing. So, but next week, Saturday, I'm performing with David Lam. You're going home in the morning. Why? I thought did you run out of rations? Should we send you food? Stay longer, Julie. Oh, I really thought you were there till like Thursday or something. But I'm so happy that you can pop on if you want to find a poem and read a poem from Dinky Creek. I think that'd be so cool. Hint, 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 hint. Patty Loman is watching. Patty Loman, I'm trying. I need a stopper on my chair. Hey, Carol. Carol, Morocco. Do 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 do. Carol, Morocco. I don't know, maybe it works better with Carol. Maybe we had to come up with a different. Regan has swim lessons tomorrow and school starts on Wednesday. Oh, you're going to be an observer tonight. Rob Morocco, thank you very much. Cool, cool, cool. Okay, well, we'll start in a minute. We did have a nice gig. William D. showed up, and a dear friend of his was there, and she knows where Dinky Creek is, and I guess Julie, you guys talked on the phone. Super cool. And then some other friends were there, and it was just a really nice evening. Just like tonight's going to be a nice evening. Come on, Carl. All right. Is anybody else signed up for a Poetry Glam? Anyone want to jump on the Zoom? Grace, Mama Grace, I'm going to call her on the phone. So before I go any further, let me do the edit privacy thing. Because I forgot to do that quite a few times, and I needed to go back, and I edited privacy like 16 times. Edit privacy. Public means it goes public. So yes, I had about 17 phone calls in about 7 minutes tonight. No Jazz Fest. Jazz Fest canceled for this year, 2021. So 2022 will be the lucky year, but it's not going to be in October. It will be back in the spring, in last weekend in April, first weekend in May. So anyway, that's what's happening, and oh good, you're gonna do next Saturday. I'm playing here in Michigan, but next Sunday we're playing we're going to Patty's on Sunday. So I think I'm going to call Mama Grace and have her read a poem first. And Mama Grace, I'm calling you. I am calling you. So, just so you know what happens, some of you know, because there's a couple lurkers that keep coming in and out, which is fine. But I'm here every day, every night. And tomorrow morning is meandering, and tomorrow night is meditation, song meditation. Maybe Ellen, maybe not, but I'm definitely going to be here doing a song meditation. And then Tuesday morning is going to be tips and tapas and treats with Patty, but I'm not sure if Patty's going to be there this week. And then Tuesday night is acupuncturist, hypnotherapist Andrew Rader. Wednesday morning we walk. Wednesday night, not sure yet. Thursday morning, open. Thursday night, conversations with the creatives. Friday morning, Armando. Friday night, display and share. Saturday morning, one more Saturday morning with Jeff Metzger. Saturday night, one more Saturday night with Gary Lambert. Sunday morning's Alex Martinez. So who knows who's going to be here? Yeah, come on. William, jump, get in the car and just roll. Okay, so tonight is Poetry Glam, and Mama Grace is going to start us out with a poem, and I'm going to call her on the phone. And if any of you are planning on jumping on, oh, it says user is busy. Okay, cancel. Calling you again, Mama Grace. Oh, wrong number. I'm calling her old number. Hold the wire, everybody. Mama Grace. Call. Audio. Audio. Speaker.
Hello.
Hey, Mama Grace. Hi.
Hello.
Can you lower your iPad?
Hello.
Hi.
Can you hear me?
I can. Can you please lower your iPad? Cool.
I lowered my iPad.
Yes, you did. How are you?
But I can't hear you.
I'm right here.
Just a minute. Okay,
What's that?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you loud and clear.
I can't hear you.
I can hear you, I promise.
Oh, okay. All right. Do you
What?
want me to read my poem now?
What did you have for
Okay.
lunch today?
Oh my gosh, I can't even remember what I had a ham sandwich and a Coke. And I had my ice cream bar for dessert.
Ooh.
That was
Oh,
really good.
From the DQ.
Yeah, with the chocolate cookies on either side. It's really
Very
good.
cool.
Yum.
Very nice.
Anyway, this is kind of a tearjerker, and I kind of get kind of teary-eyed, but I'll try not to tonight. Okay?
Okay.
It's called.
Just take your time.
Did you hear the title of it?
No.
To my grown-up son. It starts out with, my hands were busy through the day. I didn't have much time to play. The little games you asked me to, I didn't have much time for you. I'd wash your clothes, I'd sew and cook, but when you'd bring your picture book and ask me please to share your fun, I'd say, a little later, son. I'd tuck you in all safe at night and hear your prayers, turn out the light, then tiptoe softly to the door. I wish I'd stayed 1 minute more. Just a minute. For life is short, the years rush by. A little boy grows up so fast. No longer is he at your side. The picture's secrets to confide. The picture books are put away. There are no longer games to play. No goodnight kiss, no prayers to hear. That all belongs to yesteryear. I'm sorry. My hands are once busy, now are still. The days are long and hard to fill. I wish I could go back and do the little things you asked me to. I told you I'd get all teary-eyed about it.
Yeah, but see, there's where it wasn't true though. You did all those things.
I know it, but I still miss my boys and my kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You had fun. You had 3 kids in diapers at one time.
I know, I was a busy mom.
Crazy.
They were all 1, 2, and 3, and then they were all 2, 3, and 4, and all of a sudden they got to be in their 20s and 30s and 40s. It's hard to believe.
And 50s and now 60s.
Yeah, now they're all in there, and you're almost.
Not
Well,
me.
you're not, but the other 2 that are alive are in their 60s. And anyway, time flies by, so we should all enjoy each minute, each day.
For sure.
Okay?
All right.
Okay, I'll see you when you come down. I'll wait up for you.
You're going to hang up now?
What do you want me to do?
You can hang out on the phone if you want.
No, I'd rather hear you when I turn my iPad back on.
Okay.
And then isn't Gloria going to perform too?
She's going to read a poem. She sure is.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I want to hear her.
All right.
Thank you for having me.
It was beautiful. Who wrote that, Mama Grace?
I haven't the foggiest notion.
We'll have to Google it and find out.
Yeah, it's a beautiful poem. I have a lot of them that I have to find, and I love poetry, so I love to collect them.
It was really beautiful. I didn't give you. Hold on, I didn't give you your applause. Just a second.
Oh, okay.
You got the concert applause.
Good. Glad somebody's applauding me.
Well, I couldn't applaud because I was holding the phone in my hand.
I know it. That's good. Anyway, I'm ready to hear someone else.
All right. Well, thank you very much. I'll see you in a little while.
Oh, you will too.
Okay.
Okay.
I love you, Mama.
Love you too. Bye-bye.
Bye. Really fast, right? Speaking of someone who's really fast, every time I see her, she's out in the garden doing something and crazy, doing something over here, cleaning something, sewing, quilting, baking breads and stuff. Ladies and gentlemen, my friend who I've known for a long time, and we just kind of run into each other on occasion, but I think it's going to happen more. Check it out. Gloria Weberg.
Yeah.
Come on. Turn on that video, girl.
I can't because there's something wrong. I'm sorry to say.
Right next to the mute.
Yeah, well,
Video.
but I am not getting you on. I'm not getting you at all on the screen.
Okay, so right next to the microphone,
Yes.
there's a little thing that says start video.
No, it's not here. I'm seeing nothing but ads. Zoom events here. Zoom events. Post an event, but I'm not getting you at all. I don't even see you.
Well, do you want to hang up and call me and Zoom me again?
Yes, I'll have to.
Okay.
Okay.
See you in a bit.
All right.
I know we were going to start dancing. Mama Grace left. Gloria's gone. I'm just sitting here now. Just me and the crickets. And Lily and Pearl's even downstairs watching a movie. But it's all good. It's all good. It's poetry glam. I'm not feeling so glamorous, but I do have on my groovy little halter top. It was the perfect thing to wear today because it was so hot.
Okay, here I am.
Oh, okay.
Okay, start video.
Start video.
Here we go.
There she
Okay.
is. Hey.
Here I am.
Gloria Weberg.
Okay.
This is they're a really rowdy crowd.
Good to see you.
On.
Good to see you.
How are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
The Zoom thing is so
Yeah.
If something changed with what I'm doing right now, I wouldn't know what to do. I do the same thing every day. I press this thing and then I press this thing and then I press this thing. But if they decided tomorrow that they were going to revamp it all, I'd have to go find an 8-year-old to tell me how to do it again.
No, we got it back anyway.
So you were telling me something kind of cool that you did today.
Oh, yes, I did. And I was supposed to read something out of a book. And I got to thinking about it. If I'm going to talk about transition and change and transformation for people, I was going to be talking to children, that two words didn't make too much sense to them. So I told them that. I said, these words are awfully big words, even for me. So I'm just going to tell you a story. I'm not going to read out of a book. I'm just going to tell you a story about a little girl who was born in New York City. And when she was 7 or 8 years old, she was living in the city in a place called Washington Heights. And in Washington Heights, she used to roller skate up and down the sidewalk. And there was a park across the street. And she just loved playing in the park. And one day her parents said to her, we're moving. And she thought, oh, I don't really want to move. Because the most important thing of living there was the fact that every night when I went to bed, I looked out my bedroom window. And what did I see but the most beautiful, sparkling lights? It was the George Washington Bridge, all lit up. And so I thought I was in fairyland. And I would, every night I'd go to bed just saying, oh, isn't this just wonderful? Because that's what I felt like, that I was just somewhere else for a little while. And that was part of my loving it there. However, it was time for us to move on. And that was kind of transforming me. That was moving me somewhere else for a little while. So my mother and dad said, we're moving to the beach because you have no place really to play here. So we did. We moved to the beach. And I liked it there. And that was fine because I was able to go to a new school and meet new people. And it was all right. I was able to do that. So that was part of my getting a little bit older, growing up just a little bit more. And from there, I went on to elementary school, uh, high school. They didn't have middle school in those days. That was a long, long, long time ago. And and then I went to high school. And after high school, some of my friends went to college and some of them went to work. I was one that went to work because we really couldn't afford to go to college. It was still the end of the Depression. And so I went to work. And one day I was sitting in New York and I had to take the Long Island Railroad because we moved out near the beach. And I had to take the Long Island Railroad into the city. And guess what? I was sitting having my lunch one day, and what happened? Well, I was reading the newspaper. Somebody left their paper, and it said, join the Navy. And I said, oh, now that's a good idea. I'll join the Navy. So I said, just come on down to Canal Street and you can join the Navy. So I did. I got up from my lunch and I still had time to get back to work. And I ran down to Canal Street and I joined the Navy. And that evening, I went home to my parents and I said, guess what I did today? I joined the Navy. And my parents said, you did? And they didn't seem to be upset or anything. They said, well, that sounds like a wonderful idea. And I just sigh of relief. Oh, I'm so glad they thought it was a good idea. So it wasn't very long after that that I left home and went into the Navy. And I stayed in the Navy for 3 years. And of course, it was wartime. So when the war was over in 1945, I got out of the Navy. And in the meantime, I got married. So guess what? I moved back to Chicago. And in Chicago, we had a little apartment. And of course, I had my first baby there. Now, that was a new experience. I mean, I was never a mother before. So there I am. All of a sudden, I'm transformed into this new thing, a mother. Now, what does a mother do? And this was interesting. I was somebody else now. I wasn't just Gloria. I just wasn't a girl. I was this mother. So in the meantime, I did have pictures for the children so they could see me when I was little. And as I started to get older and older and older, and they saw me then holding a new baby, it was really very sweet. And they really were engrossed with this whole story. And I had some pictures to show them. So, because they love pictures, most children do, and so do I. So it doesn't matter. And then after that, what did I say? So then I said, oh, and then all my children grew up. I said, and before you know it, I had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 children. And that was it. And after 7 children, I decided that it was my turn to go to school. So then I went back to college and graduated when I was 55 years old. So the kids said, 55? That's really old. And that's, I did feel like that sometimes, but not when I was 55. I was in the prime of my life then. And so, but they were wonderful children, and I enjoyed them, and they enjoyed me. And it was really a part of my growing up, with growing up with them. So after that, uh, they went off to college, and they never did come back home again. They all went off somewhere else and had their own new adventures and their own adventures. And I'm so happy for them. Most of them all went to college, and that was good. And it was better times then, so I could spare them in college. And so I said to the kids, now I am, and here I am, all alone with no children and nobody else. And I'm really getting very, very old. I said, what do you wonder I have to do next? I wonder, I wonder. And that was the end of my story.
Wow.
Oh, the kids really liked it.
Well, I'm sure you blow them away. So there are photographs behind you. Is that you and your husband?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Way
So
back
he
then.
was in the Navy also?
In our uniforms, in our Navy uniform.
So you met while you were in the Navy?
Yes. And he was a farm boy from Breedsville, Michigan. And I was a New York City girl.
Wow.
So,
Where did you meet?
in the Navy.
What were you doing when you met him?
He was the head of the department that I was working in.
Was that okay?
Yeah.
Like you stayed married. You got married while you were both in the Navy.
Yeah, of course. The captain of the base, the base I was on then was in Oxford, Ohio, at Miami University there, and the captain of the base said, "This marriage will never last." How ridiculous!
Wrong.
Wrong. So,
And you had 7 children.
yeah.
Did you have animals? Did you have cats, dogs, fish?
One of everything, because everyone had their own. Yes, we took care of them most of the time.
I bet.
Yeah, we had them all, from parakeets to gerbils to you name it, we had it.
And you like to bake. I know that.
Well, I didn't then bake that much.
You didn't?
Didn't have time.
How did you did 7 kids. You were at home.
Oh yes, no work.
No other family members to help you with the kids. No mother.
Living near anybody. I wasn't living near anybody. My husband's parents were very old then, and we didn't near that. We didn't live near them anyway. Oh, no.
And in Chicago, you
Yes.
had all the. So you were in the city of Chicago with these 7 children.
Oh no. We left Chicago after our first child and moved to Buffalo, New York. And from Buffalo, New York, we moved to St. Louis, Missouri. And from St. Louis, Missouri, we moved back to Elmhurst, Illinois. So we were moving around a lot. And every time we moved, the kids say, "Where are we going now?" And I'd say, "It's a new adventure." And they would all say, "Oh, okay."
Pack your bags, kids. Let's go. Yeah, William lived in Breedsville. So people know. I don't know where Breedsville is.
Little town outside of Bangor. It's a farm
Okay.
town.
Oh, okay. I do know it. I do. There. In fact, I know there's a bar there that I performed at. Yep. But it's tiny. It's cute little. They do a lot of homeschool. I performed at this It was a homeschooling event, and then we went to the bar afterwards, and they have this bar. They have beer, like lots of beers. This was 25 years ago, so it's probably not even there anymore. Yeah, I don't think so.
Might have been the Rabbit Inn and back to Breezeville.
It might be. It might be. Wow. So I want you to. I love that you're here tonight, but I want to ask you now. Could I come over sometime and interview you in your home? Okay. Just have you come on and talk. We can do it. She's a night owl like me, you guys, so we can do it at night or we can do it during the day, whenever. It is a small world. It is a tiny, tiny, small world. But and how many you have? You have no animals now, but you're a master like outdoor plant lady.
Yes, well, that's in one of my new hobbies. When I had all those kids that had no time to plant, I just planted enough to make things look nice outside, but in the houses that we lived in. But I never really plant, did more gardening necessarily to keep the house looking nice. And because I mean, we had a big house, lots of rooms, and lots of children, and
So when your last child graduated from high school or was out of the house, that's when you went back to college?
when the last child went into first grade, when the seventh child went into first grade, then I decided to go to college. And I had taken a few courses, but not enough. So I had to really go back to school. But fortunately, I still had some money from the GI Bill, so that helped.
Wow.
So I just went into this. I went to Chicago State University, and Chicago State was easy to go to. I would say, you have to be careful going downtown, Gloria, all by yourself in a car, as if I was some person that didn't know what I was doing after all these kids and everything else. So I said, don't worry about a thing. He said, but all that traffic. He said, been into the city so many times. Why is it all of a sudden so important to you?
You grew up in New York. You know a city girl. You're a great city girl. When you grew up, did you go into the city a lot? Into Manhattan?
Oh, I lived in Manhattan, Washington
Where
Heights.
did you live?
I lived in Manhattan in Washington Heights. Washington Heights,
Oh, you lived in Washington Heights, which is at the stop on the subway.
on the subway up to 170s, the 170s, 180s, all the way up where,
Okay.
what's his name? The guy who wrote Hamilton,
Yeah.
he lived in Washington Heights.
Right.
That's why he wrote a play a musical that I really liked. I saw it in the Heights. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's really great. Okay, so you lived in Washington Heights. Did you ever live anywhere closer to downtown?
Oh, that's downtown.
No.
And because it was too expensive downtown.
Yeah.
The people who lived in Washington Heights were people needy most of the time. It was really depression time. That was 1930s. 1930s, remember. I graduated high school in 1939. And we already moved. So, that was a long time ago.
And you're planning a birthday party this March.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
If I live till then, you never know.
What birthday is that going to be?
100.
She's going to be 100 years old on March 5th.
Really? Some people said to me, are you kidding? I'm not kidding.
100.
Why isn't your hair white? Why isn't it whiter? Why isn't it very white? I said, this is the color of my hair. Some people get very white hair. I said, my hair just turned this color. I was very blonde once, but now it's just this color.
So you were a blonde,
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And did you get your first tattoo when you were 80 or 90?
80.
80.
Got the second one when I was 90.
Okay. So you're going to get one when you're 100?
That's what the kids said. Well, when are you getting the next one, Mom? I'm going to get the next one. So I said, of course. But we haven't decided what I'm going to get.
I think all your kids should get it. You know, whoever's around you saying get a tattoo, say, why don't you get a tattoo?
I don't care whether the kids get one or not.
No, but whoever you're with.
Oh, I'm going to be with a friend of mine. She and I got the first tattoo together. And she's a girl who's younger than you, I think. Or maybe your age, maybe right around your age, in fact. And she used to live here, but now she lives in Boise, Idaho. But she's going to come in from Boise.
Oh,
She said,
fun.
because we're going to get this one together because the two of us went, she was a good friend, even though there was such a big difference in our age. We just liked each other a lot. So we went off one day and we got these tattoos. And after the tattoos, we went out to eat at a Japanese restaurant. And the guy behind the counter said, "Oh, such a nice mother and daughter." And so we said, "Yes, we are." We fooled him. So from then on, we said, "We got to do this again, mother and daughter." So the second one I did by myself because I mean, I had somebody do for me, but she couldn't make it down here. So I just had the seven, but I had everybody else. In fact, it's probably on YouTube when I had the stars put on.
I think it is. I think it is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'll find it and I'll post it. I'll put it in here. My friend Carol just said, "No way, she can't be turning 100." Yeah,
Yeah.
having a party March 5th. That's the plan.
March 1st, a second,
First.
March 2nd,
Okay.
March 2, 2, 2/22.
Two what?
It'll be 2/22,
3/2/22.
3/2/22. Yeah. Now it's 3/2. Hopefully.
I'm knocking too. I'm gonna double knock. You want to read some poetry for us tonight?
Yes, I do have.
Well, so now I know you'll come back on the show though, right?
Sure, I will.
Because
I'm
you have
going.
a bunch of fans here now that want to. They're are going to want to know more about you.
Oh, I'm sure. Really. um, well, I have this poem that I love.
Okay.
And the reason I love it is because somebody read it once before and I heard it. And I said, that's my poem because I'm a real sunshine girl. In fact, when I was a little girl, my mother used to say, Gloria, I really should have named you Sunshine because you're always so smiley. And I was. I was just a happy person, a young woman,
You are
little
a
girl.
happy person.
Yeah. And I still am. And so it was something that my mother picked up, I guess, and called me Sunshine for a long time. So anyway, this poem is called Why I Wake Early. And I have to put my glasses on. I can almost see it, but with the glasses I can do better. Why I wake early. Hello, sun in my face. Hello, you who make the morning and spread it over the fields and into the faces of the tulips and the nodding morning glories and into the windows of even the miserable and the crotchety. Best preacher that ever was, dear star, just happens to be where you are in the universe to keep us from ever darkness, to ease us from the warm touching, to hold us in the great hands of light. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Watch now how I start the day in happiness, in kindness. I love that poem.
I love it too.
Why I wake her up.
Hold on a second. Sunshine.
Thank you.
I love it.
I have another author that I like very much. And I'm sure you know him very well. I've read him many times. Walt Whitman.
Yes.
Walt Whitman is one of my favorites too. So I do have some Walt Whitmans, but I have another one that I like of Oliver's
Mary. Okay.
called "With Thanks to the Field Sparrow, whose voice is so delicate and humble. I do not live happily or comfortably with the cleverness of our times. The talk is all about computers. The news is all about bombs and blood. This morning, in the fresh field, I came upon a hidden nest. It held 4 warm speckled eggs. I touched them. They went away softly, having felt something more wonderful than all of the electricity in New York City.
Yes.
There's plenty in here, Maria. I highly recommend.
They love
She's good.
you.
Really.
She's really good.
I have one. I'll tell you just one more because it's just funny. So I just want. It's not funny, but it's written by a guy who's very funny, and I have to see if I still have it. I just had it. Oh, here it is. It's called Hug a War, and you probably heard of Shel Silverstein. Shel Silverstein writes just funny poems, but this one is: I will not play at tug of war. I'd rather play at hug a war, when everyone's hugging instead of tugging, where everyone's giggling and rolls on the rug, where everyone kisses and everyone grins and everyone cuddles and everyone wins. I like that. That's just
That's it, girl. Wow. Thank you.
I love you so much.
This is great.
He's
Well,
so much fun.
we do Poetry Glam every Sunday night, and you're more than welcome to come back anytime. But then I'm going to look at my calendar this week and see if there's some time you can come back and be on the show with me and we can talk about stuff. Like, what did you have for lunch today?
Oh, what did I have for lunch? I had half a sandwich, a grilled cheese, half a sandwich,
Ooh, my favorite.
and some leftover potato salad. That's what I had for lunch.
Sounds great. And you baked some zucchini.
I baked a cake, which I'm going to give to the man next door because he's the one that takes.
Great. Well, thank you so much for being here. And I know you're up for a few hours because, you know, Lillian and I walk a lot at night. So I see your lights on, and there have been times where I've been like, I don't knock on doors that late at night, but it's nice to know that you're down the street.
Well, if the downstairs lights on, I'm downstairs. But once I go upstairs to sleep, then I usually hop into bed, snuggle up, watch some TV, or read a book that I put down or something.
All right.
Mhm.
Well, I'll be in touch. I'll come see you in the next couple of days.
Good.
Thank you so much.
Oh, you're so welcome. Thank you.
Gloria, Weberg, on 11:11 with Jenna. I've been dreaming of this evening for months. So we'll do it again.
I'd love to.
All right.
Thank you very much.
Night. Okay. Good night. Fabulous. You did. Julie had grilled cheese and a potato salad today too.
No.
Maybe she had the other half. Yep. I agree. Just wonderful. Thank you. I'm gonna hang up in a minute. You can stay on with me if you want.
No, I think I'll go upstairs and read.
Okay. All right. So then you know what to do, right?
I can't find it now. Where the heck is it?
You can.
Oh, there it comes. There it comes. I just have to stop the video. Stop the video. Leave. Leave. I'm leaving.
Bye.
Thank you very much. Bye.
Thank you very much. She's so cool. She's gone. Bye. And then a fairy flew in and flew away, and now she's gone for the day. But she'll be back. I know, she's awesome. We've been able to spend some quality time around different projects, different community events and stuff, and she's an absolute delight. So that's where I'll go right now. Everybody, thank you for coming out tonight and listening to Grace and Gloria. Such a delight. I would like to say stay safe, stay healthy, be nice, and happy Sunday night. Poetry Glam, oh my, oh man, oh woman too, and I just want to say I love you, but here we are, a delightful night, desirable night, and it's so cool for you, and I wish you all doubly beautiful, sunshiny thoughts, delightful words, and a Desiderata heart, oh, a Desiderata heart, yeah. Everybody knows it's the poem that I was gonna do, but I would like to leave on a note with Gloria Weberg and Mama Grace. I'll see you in a minute. Gloria, I'll see you later this week. And everybody else, I'll see you real soon, real soon. Love heart. Thank you. Share the show. Real heart.